of Road Atlanta, Trans Am, America's Road Racing Series. Welcome to Road Atlanta. We're in Brazelton, Georgia for coverage of Trans Am, America's Road Racing Series, here on the CBS Sports Network. Today, the FOAMETIX Trans Am 100. Hello again, everyone. I'm Rick Benjamin. NASCAR star Michael McDowell will join me for the call in a couple of moments. Shea Adam has our coverage today down on pit road. It's already been a record-setting weekend for Trans Am. More than 75 cars entered across the three categories of Trans Am racing.
The pole sitter for this race is Paul Fix. Paul, you're in a beautiful Corvette. Starting from the front, you're second in points, and the points leader is right behind you. What do you have to do to keep Amy Ruman in the second place?
Well, I'm going to do like I've always done in years past and races past. I'm going to set a great pace at first, mind my tires, and let them come to me. Then hold off, and we'll see what happens at the end of the race.
It's been a great start of the year for you so far. What do you need to do to keep that momentum going?
Yeah, second in points, tied right now. I've had 2 podiums already, which are fantastic. And we're just going to carry the momentum through the rest of the year. Our intentions are to win the championship, and that's why I'm sitting pole position.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Paul Fix will start from the pole in the Stop Flex 4 car. That's one of the Tony Ave built machines in front of a great crowd here at Road Atlanta. Michael McDowell, you've been around this place many times. How cool is this racetrack?
Oh, it's an amazing racetrack. One of the greatest road courses in North America. Just a lot of fun, and especially in these Trans Am cars. You have the S's. It's very technical. You have to position the car right in the right spot. So these Trans Am cars are going to be very technical around this course.
358 cubic inches, about 800 plus horsepower, about a 3-second 0 to 60 time. That's primarily in Trans Am. And start to grid up behind the safety car. We met Paul Fix a moment ago. He's the pole sitter. Field coming out under the bridge, heading to the final corner here at Road Atlanta. Coming to the green, Trans Am will start first. TA3 American and International will trail by 30 seconds. Green flag is in the air. We're underway at Road Atlanta. Amy Ruman on the outside trying to grab the lead down into one, Michael McDowell, but Paul Fix was quicker.
Full shot, shows the elevation. The TV does not do justice for how much elevation there is at Road Atlanta. A lot of blind corners you get to the top, you don't know whether you need to go left or right and how to position your car. It's a very, very fun experience driving around Road Atlanta.
Now the backstretch down to the S, the left-hand 90, then uphill under the bridge. This is a pretty high-speed section as you come to this corner. Belongs to the defending champion, Doug Peterson, in the 87, the three-dimensional services.com machine, and the Stop Flex 4 of Paul Fix continuing to lead, but Amy Ruman is right with it.
This the tire was, but this is the first time that we're going to run multiple laps on these Hoosier tires.
On board with Paul Fix, high temperatures at Road Atlanta. Fix is your leader.
See this perspective down low, you can see the corners, but Amy is applying a lot of pressure to Paul right now.
One of our Replay XD onboard looks as Amy Ruman tries to draw in on pole sitter Paul Fix, who's led the first handful of laps here today.
And this is a great opportunity to pass. We got a little bit of traffic. This leads on to the long straightaway. Get a little bit of a draft here. Get down in the brake zone for turn 9. See if Amy can pull off the pass.
Try to make an inside move, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. And it's hard at Road Atlanta because what happens, you get to the top of the hill, it crests to the right. So you can run a defensive line until you get to that brake zone. But Paul has got some steam there. Amy not able to close in down the straightaways.
Paul Fix driving a Tony Ave prepared machine, car number 4. Holding on by a couple of car lengths, heading under the bridge to put another lap on the board here at Road Atlanta. 2 Corvettes pacing the field here this afternoon. The sound of 830, 840 horsepower in the Trans Am Series, America's Road Racing Series. If you're wondering where TA2 is in this event, well, they're here this weekend also. More than 35 TA2 cars. They'll run their own separate race, the FOAMETIX Muscle Car Challenge. We'll have coverage of that for you coming up. Oh, in trouble. Paul Fix off into the grass, headed up toward the S's.
Yeah, Paul just got into turn 2 a little bit deep. Looked like he might have locked up a front tire there, slid wide, left the opportunity for Amy to get around.
So Amy Ruman capitalizes, staying on the road, which is... Here's another look at what happened. Wow, look at that. He locked him up.
Yeah, and what happens there, you're getting to the top of the hill, turn 2, and then it starts to crest down. And when it transitions from the top, as it starts to go down, that tire gets light. Very easy to lock up a tire.
Amy working her way now through some of the TA3 machinery here at Road Atlanta. Oh, onto the grass to do that. And that is not a recommended move.
Now that's 4 wide down the straightaway at 180 miles an hour. Amy was not rolling out of the gas at all. That was very exciting right there.
Amy Ruman clearing the traffic, and that gives her a lot of advantage over Fix because he's got to work his way through these slower cars during the corner.
And it pays off to be aggressive in traffic. You got to manage the risk versus the reward.
Time it's Amy Ruman out in front. Paul Fix, Peterson, Bauckham, and Cliff Evan.
Something completely failed or a bolt backed out. It would take a lot to cut that wheel like we just saw. So a major failure on that suspension.
Certainly could have happened in a worse place for Claudio Burton. He was able to get off to the side of the racetrack and bring that car safely to pit road. On board, meantime, with Paul Fix, our pole sitter, who had an issue earlier, is back at speed now, trying to chase down race leader Amy Ruman, not having a whole lot of success with it. Paul Fix, meantime, holding on to second spot after starting on the pole on the Stop Flex 4 car. We'll be right back at Road Atlanta. As Ruman goes under the bridge, there's Paul Fix, your second place runner in car number 4, closing in on Kerry Hitt's 19 to put him another lap down. Front straightaway is about the gap here between Paul Fix and Amy Ruman. Now Fix really hadn't been part of the story for a while. He's starting to reel in the race leader here in the last couple of laps.
Yeah, he's been quietly back there running second, but he's been able to keep Amy at bay, not too far out. And as you time this traffic, he still has an opportunity to run her down before the end of the race.
A couple of laps to go here today. And you never know. As we have seen, Randy Mueller led the first half of the race in TA3 International, had a gearbox issue in his BMW. So Amy Ruman is your dominant winner here at Road Atlanta, ahead of Paul Fix and Doug Peterson. Chase for the TRIGON Trophy. In Trans Am, this is the season championship award. Amy Ruman with a 21-point advantage over Paul Fix after 3 rounds.
There's no runaway winners.
Coming up, coverage of the We'll be back with you at Lime Rock Park in a couple of weeks as well. On the CBS Sports Network.